Your shadow stretching on the floor while the sun gets low. I got a feeling that the glow deep inside my core needs to breathe to flow. We push it right on through. I know you need it too, because we have been working hard right from the very start. Who knew we'd get this far? But now it's time for us to stay out until it's late. We've come a long, long way, so we deserve it, mate. Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Call it a day. Let's celebrate. Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Call it a day. Let's celebrate. Call it a day. No obstacles that we faced did ever slow us down. We knew we'd get here, went the extra mile in every race. We are duty bound.
Hello and welcome. Yes, you've arrived at the correct destination. Today is a very special day here for us at Bizniversity because during this month of August, we celebrate our anniversary in business. And if this is your very first time, please let us know your name, where you are in terms of where you are in the world, what your business is, what business you have. And of course, as always, feel free to share any questions that you may have right there in the chat as I am monitoring the chat here. So let me know where you're tuning in from. And let me just say thank you so much for joining us today on this very special show that we are celebrating another year in business. And we're also going to be sharing with you some very good material for you to be able to grow your own business. And what I want to do right now is go ahead and share my screen. That way you can see what our topic is going to be about. And I'll go ahead and post it like that so that you can see that I'm here and that I'm live. And today we are going to be talking about how to effortlessly sell more solutions by writing better emails. And like I said, I love to hear from you. So please, right there in the chat, let us know what are some of the questions that you have or some of the challenges that you are facing when it comes to selling more solutions. And please notice that I did use the word solution. So it is the summertime, and perhaps during the summer, you take some time off to relax and chill by the pool. If you're like me and live in the state of Florida, and perhaps you have a pool, maybe you're relaxing. And I want you just to imagine that you've fallen asleep either by the pool or by the beach. Maybe you're laying on the beach, catching some rays, relaxing, enjoying yourself. And then all of a sudden, you decide that you want to go ahead and check what's going on in the world. So you decide to check your inbox, you decide to check your PayPal, you decide to check your bank account, you decide to check your e-commerce, and you are surprised, pleasantly surprised, because you discover that while you were outside laying out on the beach or by your pool, that you actually generated some sales from your online solutions, perhaps from an email marketing campaign that you sent out. Now, were you able to imagine that? Have you had days when it's been just like that? Isn't it wonderful? I know it's a great feeling for me. I immediately give thanks and I immediately feel joyful that I'm able to work with someone else. And I know for my beloved husband, he has a ding that goes off in his phone whenever a sale comes through after a successful email marketing campaign. And so it makes us feel happy, doesn't it? So, how can we get more of those feelings? How can we get more sales like that? Today, I want to share with you what to do. And I emphasize the what to do to effortlessly sell more solutions. Today, you're joining us as a free preview to a topic that we're actually going to be diving in deeper over the coming weeks, starting this Thursday, coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. And I'll tell you more about that. Just stay with me. And because remember that I said today we are beginning our month long celebration of our Bizniversity anniversary, we will let you know that at the end we will be offering some free gifts. So stay tuned so that you know what are the free gifts that you're going to get for staying with me all the way till the end. And so, like I said, if this is your first time, I want to welcome you. I always like to give a warm Florida welcome here and invite you to check out our website at bizniversity.com, and more specifically, check out more free preview videos of our upcoming summer sales camp, which begins tomorrow, Thursday at 2 p.m. And by doing so, you will be able to learn from our 3 preview sessions that we had during the month of July. And also, you can request to find out more information about how you can still join the summer camp. Even though we start tomorrow, you still have time to join. So, I've been saying a few things so far, and I haven't formally introduced myself. So, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Evie Diaz, and I'm a strategic growth speaker here at bizniversity.com. And I just love helping experts, thought leaders, influencers, marketers who have online solutions sell more of the online solutions by creating email content that converts and being able to sell that effortlessly. That's really what my goal is for my business, and I hope that is for you too. And just in case you're wondering, Bizniversity is like university. You drop the U and replace it with BIZ. And just a little bit more about me. As I said, I'm a strategic growth speaker, and I'm proud to say that I'm also a certified virtual presenter, also certified with Constant Contact email marketing for over 12, 14 years now. I don't remember how many years. I'm also certified in neurolinguistic programming. And now I'm bringing that to you because part of the training that I do about writing content that converts comes by leveraging the power of NLP, neurolinguistic programming. And just in case you're wondering, what is NLP? It is a connection between the neurological processes, the brain, the conscious and the subconscious mind, the language that we use, and the power that the language has to influence our behaviors for the positive, for the best, for the better. And then, of course, like I said, the behavior patterns that are associated that. And we use a lot of that in understanding what to write and when to write it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But I wanted just to let you know that I know what I'm talking about based not just in my over 14 years of experience with email marketing and being trained and teaching and doing email marketing for myself and for my clients. I can also testify of my results and the results that I have obtained from doing email marketing successfully for so many years. And among those results are the fact that the two primary key performance indicators are your open rate and your click-through rate. And I'm glad to say that I could definitely celebrate some awesome click-through and open rates. And I am glad that I have been able to successfully also generate online sales from my email marketing campaigns. And talking about online sales, let me just share that a few of our clients have also had successful months with their online sales, doing very well. And you could check out in LinkedIn as well as in our Bizniversity site all the testimonials, the reviews of what I've helped people to accomplish and to do with their businesses by leveraging the power of email marketing automation, and email copy that converts. So, if that is something that you would like to check out for yourself, please feel free to check out Bizniversity testimonials, as well as our YouTube channel, as well as our LinkedIn, and you'll find out some of my very happy customers that I've had the privilege of working with and helping them to grow their business successfully and profitably. So I know that perhaps, like me, you're feeling that this year has passed by drastically, dramatically, incredibly fast. And yes, we are now in August, and we have just 5 months left this year. 5 months to really impact our bottom line, our pocket, our profits, and our clients' lives and businesses. And so, my question to you is, what are you going to do differently? Because you have probably heard by now the saying that says the definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting different results. Well, we cannot continue doing that if we want to be successful, if we want to accomplish bigger and greater goals. And today, as we discuss this idea of how to effortlessly sell more solutions by writing better emails, I want to ask you to consider if you have thought about what kind of impact you could have by writing better and by being able to write without always being salesy, and also by being able to convert more people and nurture a relationship slowly, perhaps sometimes more fast, in different ways, so that you can be providing ongoing value to those that are reading your content, your emails, your email marketing campaigns. And so, if you've ever wished that you could more effortlessly design better email, then today I want to teach you what you can do. And first of all, let me tell you what I believe that we should stop doing if you're doing this. What does not work is sending random emails, not scheduling and planning out your content, your email marketing campaigns, your email newsletters. Sending an email once a month, unfortunately, really does not work anymore because people will not remember you, because we are all busy, because we have a life full of many, many things. And so we may forget who you are if we only hear from you once a month. If you are not personalizing your emails, that's not working. That is not good. So if you're not following up with people and following through and really nurturing a relationship by also creating what is called email marketing automation sequences, then you're missing the mark. Then you may not be experiencing the kind of results that you want. But don't worry, because that's why you're here today. And that's why I'm delighted to be able to share with you some of the things that I have done, in hopes that the things that I have done can help you. Because if they've helped me, I'm sure they can help you. So, first and foremost, before we begin anything, I did say I'm a strategic growth speaker. And the reason why people call me strategic, it is because I like to begin with the end in mind. And you've heard that phrase. I like to say, I like to begin with your results in mind. In other words, what is your goal, your intention? What is it that you want to see happen? And when you know that, then we can create a strategy to help you achieve those results so that you can get to that goal. And usually people will tell me, well, Evie, what I want the most is I want to get some profits. I want to see some sales. I want to see improvement in my open rate. in my click through rate. I want people to reply. I want to hear from people. I want to grow my membership. I want to grow my list. And of course, if any of that sounds like you, then you're in the right place, because that's exactly what we want to cover here today. And we will be doing so over the next few days, including the entire month of August, when we're diving deep into all these concepts. Now, what if I told you that there was a way for you to get $42 for every dollar that you invested? Tell me, wouldn't you get excited? Wouldn't you be happy and really looking forward to that? I mean, I tell you, just give me a dollar and I'll give you $42. Now, why am I mentioning that? I'm mentioning that because that's exactly what happens with email marketing. And when you do email marketing correctly, when you have written content correctly, you will see that it's almost like writing your own check. And it can be almost like a money making machine. That's right. And so it's important that we recognize that. And as a matter of fact, that is why within our system, within our strategy, we go through showing you a way to get to that goal that you have. If it's a certain amount of sales, if it's a certain amount of profit, we go through a process of sharing with you where you have to begin, depending on how much your solution is, the investment of the solution, and how many people you either have on your email community or want to have. And by us having that strategy working with and for you, we are more likely than not to hit those numbers, those goals. And it doesn't matter if you're starting with a few clients or prospective clients or small email community, or whether you have a big email community. The numbers won't lie. And when you follow our strategy and our system, you'll see the results. And by the way, we're going to talk more about that and how to exactly leverage that tomorrow at 1 p.m. So before we leave, make sure that you register for tomorrow's class because, like I said, this is a continuation. So we have 1 o'clock tomorrow, another free view class, and then 2 o'clock, we begin the summer sales camp. So let me tell you once again what doesn't work. What doesn't work is the good old fashioned email marketing. Now, what am I talking about when I say email marketing? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I mean, when you are constantly selling via emails, and that is all you do. When you are not offering some value, like I'm doing here today, right? I'm giving you some free tips to help you. And whether you want to move forward today, tomorrow, or the next day, that's okay. Now you know me. You know what I know. And you can always make an appointment to meet with me and we can talk further, right? But I'm offering you some educational material to empower you to do better, to be better at your business, at your job, at whatever it is that you do. So I want to encourage you to think the same way. Think about those results and think about the psychology of sales, because there is a psychology of sales. There is a powerful way that you can influence and impact people and reach them in a positive way where you help them make wise decisions to help themselves and their business. And by understanding where they are and how they feel and what is it that they want in their journey, as we call the buyer's journey, then you are more likely to more effortlessly be able to sell more, because now you're understanding that. And let me just get a little bit deeper into this. One of the things that I strongly believe in is the rule of seven. The rule of seven quite simply states that it takes, on average, about seven interactions before a person will make a purchase. Now, that is important. Why? Why is that important? Number one, that is important for you to know because you're not going to be so hard on yourself. Perhaps saying, oh, thinking you're not a good salesperson. You don't know how to convince. You don't know how to influence. People don't want what you have. People don't need your solutions, services, and products. Well, they may not be ready, right? They may not know. And that is why understanding the buyer's journey and what is happening in the mind of your prospective client is so important. And also, in general, understanding your client marketplace. And by the way, in our webpage in Bizniversity, where you register for this event, there are currently 3 preview videos, and one of them is just 1 hour on this topic of the psychology of selling. After today, I want to encourage you to go back to Bizniversity and check out that psychology of selling video on demand because you will be better able to understand where your client is and what you need to do to reach your right fit client. And remember, I said there's 7 touches? Well, I didn't invent that, and that's been proven by research. And I also didn't invent the buyer's journey. That has existed for you and I to better understand the psychology of selling. And in that buyer's journey, we begin to understand that when we first meet someone, we have to get their attention. We have to know what level of awareness are they in. Do they understand that they have a problem? If not, then you can't say buy now, buy now if they don't understand they have a problem. Also, they may not be aware that you have a possible solution to their problem. Therefore, we need to understand where they are in the 7-step buyer's journey so that we can better align our conversation, our communication, our emails to where they are to fit their needs and their wants to the best of our ability. And so there are 7 steps. And similarly, I always suggest that depending on what kind of product, solution, or service you have, that you really consider a 7-step email marketing automation sequence. And the reason for that is because I said it takes about around 7 touches, 7 interactions, 7 emails for you to successfully close someone. And usually it'll be at least 7 if the price point is higher. If the price point is lower, it may not take 7. And yet, I want you to think about it as 7 and prepare as 7. And that is why in our summer sales camp, when we teach our strategy and our system, we teach you about the 7 steps and how to unfold that so that you can nurture that relationship. So whether it comes on the first interaction, which it could, and about 3% of the population is ready in that way for you because they actually have already been looking and waiting for you. But guess what? 97% of the population will not be sold by you on the first time. Therefore, you have to be prepared. And therefore, you have to have a strategy. And yet, you don't have to worry about it because that's one of the things that I'll be sharing with you during our upcoming sales camp starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. So, yes, you want to understand that it'll be about 7 touches. And you want to be ready for in case it does take 7 touches. Now, you must know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, because words are powerful. And so there are words that you could use that build trust, and you want to use them in your content. There are also words that are all about arousing curiosity. And you want to know when to use them in your subject line, in the body of your email, in your social media posts, in your blog posts. So here's what I'm saying right now. Even though my love and my passion and my specialty and expertise is email marketing content, and email marketing automation, what I'm going to teach you, you can use to write content for your blogs, your sales pages, your social media, wherever. And one of the things that we're going to dive deeper in are those words that are so important. Now, just as important as the words, personalization is extremely important. There is no more one to many email. Remember, there used to be people that used to call it, I think it was, people used to call it a blast, email blast. Well, guess what? We don't use that anymore. We don't want to encourage you using that terminology, email blast. It's just not good. You want to get away from that whole email blasting notion, because you want to think about it more as the one to one. And let me just show you what I mean by that, what you want to really, really concentrate on. And interestingly enough, even on this year, January, the entrepreneur.com magazine and group shared this, and I wanted to share it with you. It says in 2022, more one on one communication with readers and customers will be the key. Did you hear that? The key. I'm trying to look for my key. It's all the way up there. It's the key, meaning one on one. Just like when you're going to send me an email, perhaps at the end of this presentation today, asking to meet with me or having questions. When you write to your customers, to your prospective clients, you want to write one to one so that they feel that you're speaking just to them. You want to reframe the mindset that email marketing is one-way communication. I really want to encourage you to really begin thinking about it in this new way. It is one to one, none of that one to many. I mean, it is one to many, but when you are doing the writing, when you are communicating with people, you definitely want to make them feel like you're just talking to them. And as a matter of fact, let me just tell you, this is such a powerful concept that when done appropriately, even when I do it appropriately, you know what happens? People begin replying. People ask and they reply to the emails. They ask questions about the email. They want to know, were you talking to me? Like, for example, it could be anything. And for a long time, I've joked that one of my best subject lines, which by the way is super important to have powerful subject lines, that you use powerful words in your subject lines, that you write subject lines that scream to be seen, and that is for headlines too, as well as posts, as well as blogs, is that when people really feel that you're getting to them, that you're speaking to them. Like, for example, one of the ones that I use is, are we on for lunch? And I've said that for a while. And people will email me or call me or text me, and they'll be like, were we supposed to have lunch today? Were we supposed to meet today? Were we supposed to talk? That's what you want. You want to encourage that. That's exactly what you want. You want people to feel that you are just talking to them. And here's research on it. Personalized email improve the click-through rate. So, first of all, by writing more personalized emails, better emails, you're going to see that you're going to get a 14% higher click through rate and a 10% greater conversion rate. And isn't that what you want? You want to have more people converting more and more effortlessly. And by using the power of personalization and customization, and let me just explain what I mean by personalize. You can personalize their name in the subject line when you write to them in their inbox. You can also personalize the salutation. You can write, "Hello, Evie," "Dear Evie." You can also remember to write their name in the body of the email. You can do this whether you're using Outlook, Gmail, right? You do that when you write one-to-one email communication. You can do that also when you're doing email marketing. That is, whether it is a newsletter, a campaign, whatever it may be. So, personalization is extremely important. And then moving forward in the topic of personalization, and we'll call it personalization and customization, you can personalize your readers' choices very easily. You can do so by looking and analyzing what they're clicking on, what they're saying, and you can do so with buttons, with clicks, with polls, with surveys. The more that you ask, the better responses you're going to get, and the better you're going to get at creating better content that converts and also creating greater conversions with your clients. By doing this, you'll be able to also tag and segment people. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me quickly explain what I mean so that you have no confusion. So, real quickly, let me just explain what I mean by this. A tag. Remember the good old game of tag? Tag, you're it. Well, I want you to remember that because let's say you send me an email and you say, "Evie, I have this shirt." Let's just say this shirt. And I have it in red and I have it in blue. And let's say I am in your email community or email list. I like to call it email community. And I click, "I like the red one." Well, even though I may be in a list that you have that's called speakers list, let's just say, now you can segment with the word red shirt, for instance. And so inside of your email tool, let's say you have constant contact, you can actually select in the future to send out similar yet slightly different email content to two groups of people within that same list. So, what do I mean? Let's just pretend that you have one list of speakers. And from previous emails, you collected people that like the red shirt and people that like the blue shirt. Now you can create one piece of content and slightly change it and include the images of the red and or the blue depending on which one they pick and elaborate more about that particular shirt, either the red or the blue. So you can do that by tagging. Similarly, you can do that by segmenting. So for example, in constant contact, you can segment, if you like, you can segment people who have clicked, or you can segment people who have opened. If you segment people who have clicked, you can select then to send something to people who you have segmented into a list. Or you can have one list and you can segment clients versus prospective clients. So the reason why you want to use this is because it's been proven to be extremely powerful in increasing your sales ratio, your conversion rate. So, overall, remember this: the more that you personalize and customize the client's experience, the more that you will sell, the more that you will engage, the more that you will keep more people interested. And what is it that you have to begin doing today? Practicing. Every day you want to practice. What are you going to practice? You're going to practice being and creating better. And one of my affirmations is every day, in every way, I am better and better. And when something happens that I don't like, let's say I expected a 75% open rate, which as I've shown in the past, and I believe I showed today, I do and have received 75% open rate and up to 40% click through rate. Let's say I don't, because it also happens that I don't. Sometimes I get 30, 40%, and seldom do I get in the 20s. But let's say I get 30%, and then I get about the average 1% click through rate. Well, number one, I'm always looking at the numbers and analyzing what can I improve. And then I'm always practicing writing better. I'm always practicing to see how can I be better? How can I write better? What words are the words that really convert? What words are the words that are really going to get the attention and the awareness so that the right fit client will say yes and click and convert? So I suggest that you practice. Practice writing every day. And you can write on Word. You can open up a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc, and you can begin typing away thoughts that you have. You can also do something I do many times is I take my phone and I have a recorder, and sometimes I record. Sometimes it becomes my blog, and I share written blog, and then I record over and people can hear the blog almost like a podcast. And then from there, I may develop content to share on social media, content for my email, content for a course, a series, or a camp. Like I have the email camp now that I have coming up starting tomorrow. That's how it developed because I'm always practicing and I'm always analyzing what's working, what's not working, and how can I do better. And I want to suggest that you do the same thing. And I said segment. Segmenting is so important. So important. Like I said, one of the things that will not help you to have better emails that sell more is when you do a one to many that is not segmented, not people tagged, where you're just kind of sending the same message at random to everyone. So we really need to segment because research has proven that you can get an overall over 700% greater engagement, greater click through, and greater sales simply by segmenting. So it behooves you to segment your list, your community. Now, oftentimes people ask me, I'm not sure how to write. Of course, I say, don't worry, because I'm going to show you how. In my sales camp, which I'll talk to you in just a little bit, I actually will give you free templates as guides for you to use. So it's very easy, copy and paste, so that you can learn and practice and begin using and customize it and personalize it for yourself. And I want you to understand one simple thing, and that is that when writing content, specifically email content, you want to think about it like a sandwich or like a burger, whatever, vegan, non vegan. And I want you to remember this image because in that sandwich, the top bun will be an intriguing beginning. Something that gets their attention, their awareness. What is that? That is a subject line, first of all, that screams to be seen. Secondly, that's a great pre header. Thirdly, that's a headline that just has to be heard. Fourthly, you have to have a bodacious, beautiful body of the email. And that has to be riveting. That middle, whether it's a vegan burger or non vegan burger, it has to be tasteful. It has to be delicious. And then, of course, a satisfying ending. So I want you to think in this way when you begin writing sales copy that converts. And like I said, remember, you don't have to worry. I don't want you to worry because I'm going to help you by giving you some templates so that you can begin practicing and then customizing and personalizing. And the more that you do that, the more that you will feel confident. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. And this is an ongoing journey for you to be better and get better. And by practicing and by using these templates, you'll be able to do it by yourself without me eventually and very soon. How does that sound? Well, what I want to encourage you right now is if you have any questions of anything I've shared, let me go ahead and quickly share my email so that you can feel comfortable emailing me any questions. And then, since I still have a little bit of time left, I want to offer you some gifts. And before I do that, I want to invite you to be part of our upcoming summer sales camp. Now, like I said, we begin tomorrow, and the first hour of our summer sales camp is free to you because you're here today. You'll get that first free hour. So you can join us to check it out, to see what I'm doing, and to learn. You're going to take some notes. You'll be able to take a worksheet with you, and I'll be available, as of course, for any questions via email. That's why I gave you my email. And tomorrow, we're going to begin this camp, which, by the way, it is the first time that I offer a money back guarantee. It is brand new, based on brand new research on what's working right now after the pandemic for online sales and for sales in general. When you want to create more sales effortlessly by leveraging the power of your content and creating content that converts, that is my promise to you. You're going to have 30 days to work with me live, virtual, so that you too can begin generating more sales during the month of August, when a lot of people say that sales are slow or sales are down. And you know what? I believe that this is an awesome month to celebrate and to do this because, like I said, we are celebrating our anniversary the entire month of August because I began this business, Bizniversity by Zoom In LLC, during the month of August years ago. And so we are celebrating an anniversary. And so this month will begin tomorrow. We'll talk more about the psychology of selling, strategic planning. We'll begin planning your strategy. I will share my system and the way that I do things, and then I will help you customize it. So we begin tomorrow, Thursday, and we go on every Thursday for the next 4 weeks, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We'll have teaching, implementation, and Q&A together every Thursday from 2 to 4 for 2 hours. By the way, this will be recorded and the replays will be available. And I still want you to attend live because you are going to be able to ask any and all questions, not just about the content that I'll be sharing, but anything that pops up, I'm going to make myself available. Then On Mondays, every Monday, we're going to have an open Zoom room available for your questions, for one on one coaching if you need it, or if more people join, we'll do hot seats and really for implementation, because my goal is to help you reach your goal. And if your goal is to grow your list, if your goal is to get higher open rates, if your goal is to get higher click-through rates, if your goal is to sell more in August, if your goal is to convert more clients and move them up to more and more things and more opportunities with you, then I want to help you achieve your goal. And it's the reason why I decided to give that money back guarantee, because I want to make sure that you succeed. Because, I always say, I only succeed when you succeed. And I love win win experiences. And I also love and appreciate when people give me those beautiful reviews and testimonials that I shared with you earlier, that I get on my Google reviews, on my LinkedIn, on my website, on video, via emails. And that's what I want. And so on week 2, Thursday, the following Thursday from 2 to 4, we're going to really begin helping you to grow your list. And not just any list. Remember, I said we're going to be growing an email community. So that means that you want your right fit and perfect client, your ideal dream client. And that means that we want to do the right thing and attract quality and qualified clients. Because when you attract quality and qualified clients, then it's easier for you to create that awesome content that will convert them more effortlessly. Then, of course, on week 3, we'll be covering what I call my email enticers. And that's all about that content that sells by leveraging the power of neurolinguistic programming, also the power of influence. Then on week 4, we're going to be covering how to automate to accelerate your sales. And we do that by leveraging the power of email marketing automation sequences, which is so beautiful. You create them now and keep them for the rest of your life or the rest of their lives. And I love to call them email flow nails, because this is how you're going to be in the flow and get your clients in the flow and move them through a journey by nurturing them and taking them step by step from where they are to where they want to be. And that's what you'll do by doing email flow nails, formally and mostly known by everyone as email marketing automation sequences. You create them once and then you set them up. And listen to this. By joining our summer sales camp tomorrow, because actually by joining today, because we begin tomorrow, you're also going to get templates to get you started. So you'll have actual examples that, of course, we don't want you to copy by word, but we want you to personalize and customize. So that's going to save you a lot of frustration, anxiety, time, and money, because I'm going to give it to you. So you're going to have that all at your fingertips. How does that sound? I think you're beginning to get excited because you're starting to understand how valuable and wonderful, and also what kind of time saving material and content I'm offering you to really make your life and your business a lot easier. Now, I do have a special offer today because we start tomorrow. And what I want to encourage you is to email me so that we can book some time and I can tell you about that special offer. And that special offer will be available until we begin tomorrow. And so make sure you email me at Evie@Bizniversity to find out about that. And then there's a second part to that special offer, and I want to share that one with you today. And that is that I want to gift you 100 biz bucks. We call them biz bucks. We have a rewards and loyalty program that you'll hear all about soon as you begin your relationship with us, where we reward your loyalty, we reward your referrals. So what that means that you will get 100 biz bucks for every person that you invite who becomes our client. So we'll be talking more about that tomorrow. And if you have questions about it, because perhaps you want to invite people tomorrow to our free training that I mentioned, you could. And I can give you all the details, and just send me an email, and then we can chat for a few minutes later on this afternoon or evening or tomorrow morning before we go live again at 1. We can talk, you and I, and we'll make it happen. At the end of this, what I want you is to go ahead and give yourself the opportunity to join our sales camp, because as I mentioned, I'm giving you a money back guarantee that you will see the results that you want. You will see an increase in your list. You will see an increase in open rate. You will see an increase in click through rate. And when you follow my ascension model, which I didn't speak about today, and I'll speak about it actually tomorrow at 2 when we begin our summer camp, you will understand how you can start making money right away. And so please go ahead and use this link, which let me see if I can make that more apparent. Use that link there to tomorrow. You can use that to join our camp. And you can go to bizniversity.com, summer sales. Like I said, my email is right below. So if you want to email me, you can email me. Now, I know that if you're here, you really want to be and do better. And I know that you've begun downloading success, and more success is waiting to be downloaded by you. All you have to do is, if you want, go ahead and click here to book an appointment with me. If you do not see an appointment available, either this afternoon, this evening, or tomorrow morning, email me, because I will make some time in between breakfast, lunch, or dinner to make sure that you and I get a chance to speak. Like I said, this upcoming summer sales camp begins tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. That's Florida, Miami time. And for the first time ever, I am giving a money back guarantee, because that's how confident I feel that this will work for you. So I want you to feel confident that I'm here to help you succeed, because I only win when you win. So I'm going to check one last time to see if there's any questions. I'll be checking for the replay also if you're watching this on the replay. I'll also be checking my email, which I placed here at the bottom, to see if you have any questions whatsoever. I want to remind you that if you stayed here all the way to the end, in the next hour, send me an email for your gifts, because you are getting an email template, because we're celebrating our anniversary. So email me and request that by email, and let me know that you listen all the way until the end, and just request it and you'll get that. For now, I am Evie Diaz, strategic growth speaker at Bizniversity, and I just love teaching you how to leverage the power of your content to convert more clients easily. And if that is something you want, I want to invite you to email me today, book some time to speak so that you can join our summer sales camp, which begins tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for being here. And tomorrow we'll celebrate more because the celebration will be all month long when we are celebrating and also giving biz bucks, as we call them, all month long. So thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow at 1:00 for our last free preview for before the camp begins. The camp begins at 2 p.m., but we will have our free preview here again, the same place. And then we're going to be at 2:00 in our private Zoom room. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. And by the way, remember to add my email, Evie at Bizniversity, to your list of contacts inside your inbox so that you do not miss any of my emails. Thank you so much. And I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, my name's John Tenza, and I've been a success coach for the last 20 years. I've been a professional realtor for 30 years, and I've taken all kinds of seminars and truly have paid over $100,000 to other experts to help me become better at what I do. I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that Evie Hernandez is in a league of her own.
I just finished a 3-day client attraction retreat with Evie Hernandez, and it was one of the best trainings that I have experienced.
Ease and really having something that is simple, that works. And that's what she gave us. Simplicity, ease, the things that work. And it was just the most fantastic experience. And you've got to do it. You got to do it. Got to try it. Buy the replays. Whatever it is, make it happen.